Under the relentless blaze of the August sun, I plodded forward along the parched dirt path, my body protesting with every step from the heavy load of my oversized backpack and the cumbersome gym bag slung over my shoulder. Beads of sweat cascaded down my forehead, drenching my black t-shirt and creating stark white streaks where the salt had dried. Even my socks and sneakers felt sodden, as if I'd waded through a shallow stream. "Nathan, pick up the pace," my mother's voice rang out from up ahead, brimming with vitality despite the stifling humidity that hung in the air like a thick blanket. I grumbled quietly to myself, urging my weary legs to quicken their rhythm. It baffled me how she could stride so assuredly in this sweltering climate. Her hair, dyed a pristine white, was neatly gathered into a ponytail that swayed rhythmically with her movements. She appeared utterly unfazed by the heat, dressed in her simple yet elegant white t-shirt that seemed to repel the discomfort altogether. We ambled past towering fences that shielded luxurious holiday residences from prying eyes, their opulence tucked away behind the barriers. At last, Mom halted before a grand iron gate, retrieving a bundle of keys with familiar precision. She twisted the lock and pushed the gate wide, revealing a pathway of pristine white gravel that meandered through impeccably trimmed shrubs and towering trees. This trail guided us toward an inviting open terrace, flanked by a spacious porch that exuded a sense of grandeur and serenity. On one flank, a broad paved driveway led to the garage, shrouded by a verdant fence that harmonized perfectly with the thoughtfully designed courtyard. The entire property radiated an aura of careful craftsmanship and attention to every minute detail. Nearby, a dedicated recreation zone featured a barbecue grill, a sturdy stove, and an enormous table that evoked images of lavish gatherings and abundant prosperity. The landscaping was ingeniously planned, with plants selected to provide a continuous burst of vibrant blooms or ripe fruits from the early days of April all the way through the crisp end of October, ensuring the grounds remained a feast for the eyes throughout the warmer months. As we crossed the threshold into the house's refreshing, shadowy interior, a wave of cool air enveloped us like a soothing embrace after the outdoor ordeal. Mom let out a satisfied exhale, placing her bag gently on the hallway table before making a beeline for the kitchen. I trailed behind, absorbing the immaculate surroundings. The home was a testament to flawless organization, with every element in perfect harmony. From the sparkling countertops that gleamed under the soft indoor lighting to the expansive refrigerator integrated seamlessly into the custom cabinetry, it was evident that no corner had been overlooked. "What are you in the mood for?" I inquired, peering into the abundantly stocked fridge that held an array of tempting options: succulent grilled chicken, savory sausages, assorted cheeses, fresh tomatoes, crisp cabbage, juicy watermelon slices, and even luxurious jars of black and red caviar. Mom chuckled lightly, her laughter echoing warmly in the space. "You could have just mentioned the chicken to start with. Perhaps I'll whip up some fried potatoes to go along." My stomach rumbled audibly in anticipation, but I shook my head. Thanks. I'm too famished to wait. I'll pair it with some bread for now. But first, a shower is calling my name. Would you like to go ahead?" "Go on," she encouraged with a nod. "I'll snack on something while I wait." I appreciated the gesture, eager to rinse away the accumulated dust and perspiration from our travels, heading toward one of the two well-appointed indoor bathrooms. I couldn't suppress my admiration for the property's lavish features. The owner had clearly invested generously, even constructing an outdoor bathroom facility in the backyard that included a toilet, a shower enclosure, and a convenient shed for storing garden tools and supplies. The front yard's elegant landscaping contrasted sharply with the backyard's more utilitarian layout. Yet both areas reflected the dedication of someone who took great pride in maintaining their domain. A faint breeze stirred the air outside, carrying the earthy aroma of dried hay and sun-warmed soil. I caught sight of Mom standing motionless, her eyes shut in quiet contemplation, her expression one of deep serenity as she absorbed the tranquil atmosphere, a precious interlude in our busy lives. Not wishing to interrupt her reverie, I approached stealthily toward what appeared to be a charming wooden structure topped with a black water tank. This booth was exquisitely built, coated in a fresh white paint, with planks joined so snugly that seams were nearly invisible. Tiny, unglazed windows perched high near the roofline, and the door featured 3 slender vertical openings, ideal for ventilation. Nearby, hooks held towels and clothing, with a practical shelf below for shoes. Peeking inside, I noted the walls adorned with a warmly hued mosaic that depicted abstract patterns reminiscent of ancient Roman artistry. A simple press of a lever on the wall would activate the water flow, cascading not from a traditional showerhead but directly from the ceiling, drenching a compact central area. Shelves were stocked with an assortment of gels, shampoos, and soft washcloths ready for use. Stepping back out, I marveled once more at the thoughtful engineering. By then, Mom had vanished from view, likely having returned indoors, so I resolved to follow suit and perhaps prepare that meal we'd discussed. As I strolled back, my thoughts drifted to Mom, who had single-handedly raised me after Dad's departure, never seeking another partner. As the deputy director at a company specializing in construction materials, she seldom allowed herself breaks from her demanding schedule. I'd been fortunate to enjoy seaside trips twice annually and never lacked for saboteurs, but I struggled to recall her last true getaway. Immersed in these reflections, I entered the kitchen and almost bumped into her as she turned abruptly. She let out a surprised yelp, stepping back, and I extended a hand to steady her balance. "Sorry about that," I muttered, feeling a bit flustered. Mom adjusted her shirt with a quick pat. "No worries, Elle, it was just a minor mishap. I was heading out to find you. How about we explore that river you mentioned earlier?" I agreed, readily, thankful for the change of scenery. "That sounds perfect. Let me just grab a quick snack first." Rifling through the fridge, I selected a chicken leg and a plump tomato, munching thoughtfully. A subtle unease lingered from the close call, but I dismissed it as fatigue from the journey and the unfamiliar environment toying with my senses. Little did I realize this summer retreat would foster deeper bonds and unforgettable memories between us. Venturing into the woods, my thoughts still swirling from the day's events, the forest welcomed us with its shaded canopy, offering a delightful escape from the intense heat outside. The atmosphere was rich with the scents of maturing berries and scattered nuts, accompanied by a chorus of chirping birds and the gentle whisper of leaves in the breeze. "Mom, hold on, I'm catching up," I called, noticing she'd forged ahead. She paused and pivoted, and I nearly tripped over a root. She was clad in a lightweight summer outfit, practical for the outing. "What's the matter?" she asked, sensing my brief pause. I cleared my throat. "Oh, nothing, just making sure we're together." She smiled reassuringly, and we pressed on, my awareness heightened by the natural beauty surrounding us, sunlight filtering through the branches, the soft crunch of our footsteps on the forest floor. The trail widened into a sunlit clearing beside the river, where a sturdy wooden pier jutted out over the sparkling, transparent waters. Beneath the surface, schools of fish darted playfully, adding to the idyllic scene. A nearby picnic spot featured benches and tables, inviting relaxation. "Aren't you jumping in for a swim?" Mom suggested with enthusiasm. I hesitated briefly, feeling a touch of shyness. "What about you?" She shook her head. "I didn't pack a swimsuit, but you should enjoy it. Go on." Before I could reply, she strolled toward the pier, dipping her toes in the edge. Inspired, I shed my outer layers, down to comfortable shorts, and plunged in, the chilly water providing an invigorating shock that washed away any lingering tiredness. We spent time splashing and laughing, sharing stories from past adventures, the cool currents revitalizing our spirits. "This place is magical," Mom remarked, her voice filled with wonder as she sat on the pier's edge, watching me swim. I agreed, feeling a profound sense of gratitude for this shared moment. Emerging refreshed, we toweled off and decided to return for dinner preparations. The walk back was filled with light conversation about the wildlife we'd spotted and plans for the next day. Back at the house, Mom busied herself in the kitchen while I set the table. We dined on simple yet delicious fare, discussing the properties, charms, and our excitement for the vacation ahead. That evening, as I settled into bed, the day's joys replayed in my mind, the peaceful surroundings, the quality time with Mum filling me with anticipation for more wholesome experiences. Morning arrived with golden rays, piercing the curtains I'd neglected to draw. The scent of brewing coffee drifted upstairs, drawing me down to the kitchen where Mom hummed a cheerful tune while assembling breakfast. "Good morning, Nate." "Well?" she greeted with a warm smile. "Like a log," I replied, pouring a mug. We ate leisurely, the silence comfortable and companionable. "Let's explore more today. There's a hiking trail nearby that sounds promising," she proposed. I nodded eagerly. Fresh air will be great. The trail wound through vibrant woods, alive with nature's symphony, easing any remnants of urban stress. During a steep climb, Mom slipped slightly, and I steadied her with a supportive hand. "Thanks," she said appreciatively. We reached a panoramic viewpoint overlooking the valley, the vista breathtaking. This is stunning," Mom breathed, her eyes alight with awe. We lingered, absorbing the beauty, before heading back. Our bond strengthened by the shared adventure as evening fell. We reflected on the day, knowing this vacation was knitting us closer as family. The coming days promised more exploration, laughter, and cherished memories in this serene haven, far from everyday worries. We savored simple joys, cooking together, stargazing on the porch, reading books in the shade building, a tapestry of affection and mutual respect. By the trip's end, I felt renewed, grateful for Mom's unwavering support and the unbreakable connection we shared, a foundation that would carry us through whatever lay ahead.